What's up, man?
What's up, man?
I'm asking you. You were the one that was late.
I was late.
We were really close to replacing you, man.
Who were you going to replace me with?
I don't know. I was going to go into the northwest forests and find another Sasquatch.
Oh, that's not-
Yeah. I was thinking of a female, though.
Why?
I don't know. They seem a little softer. Welcome back to Jaybird and the Squatch here live from Long Beach, California at the podcast place. Make sure you continue to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Spotify, or whatever it is that you listen. If you want to look at our beautiful faces, obviously go to YouTube at Jaybird and the Squatch. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when a new episode is coming, because we tend to get a little inconsistent. We are stand-up comics. We do have a touring schedule. Well, I do anyways. He's got stuff he's got to do for his wife. But so sometimes we might come in a day later, a day earlier, whatever it is. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you know what's coming at you. And obviously, if you want to send us any questions or any funny stories that we could talk about, you could email us at info@jbatspod.com. That's info@jbatspod.com. And then, of course, you can go to jbatspod.com for, latest videos, merchandise, all that stuff. And I want to know something, Raul. Why were you late today?
Why was I late today? Traffic. LA traffic.
But where were you coming from?
I was coming from Rio Alto.
What were you doing out there? Stand up?
No. Stand up. Who does stand up at like 1 o'clock? It's
A lot of people do. Hustlers.
Hustlers do stand up
Yeah,
at
man.
1 o'clock.
Get that hustle on. You fake it till you make it. What is on the palm of your hand? Do you have notes?
No.
Oh man, I'm calling his ass out on this one. He has notes on his hand, guys. You know what it says? My name is Raul.
No, it's not. Anyways, I was late. There was traffic. I had some errands to run.
So we had to push this twice. The first time we had to reschedule. Raul thought he got COVID.
Yes.
Thought he did. Thank
I was
God he
really
didn't.
sick, man. I was like, I have not gotten that sick in like 2 years.
Man. And when you told me the symptoms, I was like, oh shit, you got
I have COVID. I really
But then you
died of
tested
COVID.
like, what, 2 or 3 times?
3 times and it was negative.
Good, because
But-
I don't want to get that shit a third
But I
time.
was still sick. I was like, it was weird, dude. I was like, I had all the symptoms of COVID, but I did not have COVID.
Now, how do you feel right now, though? Do you feel like groggy, tired?
Groggy,
Fatigue?
I'm very fatigued right now. I'm very fatigued right now.
So, like, just walking up the stairs to get in here was probably really rough.
Oh, no,
for you.
no.
Also because you've gained a few pounds.
But I'm also very fatigued because I started the gym again.
No, you didn't.
I swear, I
We
started
go
going
to the same
again.
gym. I haven't seen you.
No, but I switched gyms because I
Oh,
switched
that's
one
right.
closer to the hood.
Why?
because-
Oh, you wanted to feel closer to
yeah.
here.
No, because
You
I live in the
peeps.
hood now. I live in the hood now, so I switched my.
Explain to our viewers
What's the hood?
what's the hood.
Um,
Viewers and listeners, sorry.
my explanation of the hood is basically like a dangerous area you live in. Like a dangerous area. That's called the hood. That's what
Now, what is hood short for?
I don't know. Do you know what it's short for?
Oh, God, I love this guy
Wait,
so
no,
much.
think about it for a second before you
Hood.
let him.
Before you let
ridicule
me
you,
answer, what is
please.
hood short for?
House.
It starts with an N.
It starts with an
It's a
N?
long word.
Neighborhood.
Whoa!
Thank you, my God.
Give it up, guys. Give it up.
Oh
Is there
yes.
applause? Where's my applause?
I'm sorry.
Yo! I wish I hadn't memorized where all this stuff was. You know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry. Yes. It's short for neighborhood. Yeah, you're right. But like where I live now, it's in LA. So it's like it's closer to me to go to the Lawndale gym.
You're closer to South Central Los Angeles.
Yes, Gardena, South Central area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I learned about where I live, man? I was so shocked. Is that they don't give you a recycle can.
Who doesn't? The city?
The city.
Why?
They just give you a trash can and also a can to dump your greens.
Green
your
waste.
Grass. Yeah, green waste.
What I noticed about your neighborhood, the few times that I've gone and picked you up, is that people have absolutely zero respect for parking rules.
yeah.
They will double park overnight.
Yes.
Now, outside of another car,
Yes.
overnight,
Yes. Which is crazy.
and
to
you
me.
won't get a ticket.
I've never been there. And there's no more bus stops left. I've noticed that too. They're all like, people just live on them and they have all their clothes like hanging up. It's crazy, man. It's like bump stops. It's
That
fucking-
sucks, man. There's a huge homeless issue here in Los Angeles.
And it's not only the like it's bad as the homeless issue, but it's bad that they don't care no more. Like the city just doesn't care.
well, you know,
the city just gave up because
they don't. We live in a country built
Long
on
Beach
greed.
cares. Long Beach is a small city, but
They're
they
getting
care
better.
more.
We have a pretty decent
But they
mayor,
care about their more homelessness. And I get LA because LA is so big of an area.
Bigama, yeah.
But
very
just,
bigama.
But it's just sad. It's just sad. Like these people are just living this lady just living on a bus stop. Literally has all her clothes on the bus stop.
So does the bus no longer stop there because of this?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to find out. But it's like
well, you are fortunate enough to have your own car.
Yeah, but it does. I don't think so. I really don't think the bus goes there no more because there's nobody ever sitting there because they took over the whole bus stop.
Now, the first time I went to go pick you up over there, you gave me this long warning about, man, just no, it's the hood. Man.
Yeah,
It's a pretty neighborhood, tree-lined streets, beautiful big houses. They just can't figure out the parking there.
It's not only the parking, it's everything, man. It's just the area is very, you know what's funny is that I used to live in Bellflower, close to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bellflower is a nice city, very nice,
Very nice city.
nice, the house where I live with my friend was very nice and everything. And then like, he's gonna have a baby, so like I have to move away. So he's like, okay, you need to.
They're like, oh, baby's coming to the house. We gotta get rid of Raul.
Well, yeah, because it's a small house. So I can't live there with him. I moved in with him a long time ago. When I moved in with him, it's like it was just we're gonna live together, and we're both young guys.
That young homie thing where you're
no
like, bro,
family,
it's
you
just
know,
you and me against the
no,
world.
yeah, that's what, like all the all the
Yeah.
women and everything.
Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna go knock this broad
yeah.
up real quick.
So, anyways, he knocked up this broad, so he's like, I gotta move, right? So I'm like, everything's expensive, dude, everywhere, and it's like,
LA is ridiculous,
and it looks crappy. So I'm like, I could live in a crappy apartment, or I could live with my friend who also has his own house.
right.
Hold on.
Now you're making me mad because I
Wait.
know that you can afford
Let me
way
finish.
better than a crappy apartment.
I know I can. But anyways,
Ladies. Oh wait, no.
So anyways, so I told my friend, I was like, hey man, he's like, I got nowhere to go, I'm gonna wait. So then he asked his brother, which is also good friends with me, and his brother's like, he can rent with me. And at first I was like, man, I don't want to live in LA, man. I don't like living in those areas. I don't like living in the area where I can't go somewhere like I don't know. It's not a good area. Like the
I think
street.
it's nice.
Hold on. The street is nice, but we drove around the area.
Oh yeah. You took
You
me-
know how the area.
Yeah. You were very careful about where to have me drive because the exit that I take, it's all these beautiful homes. Everything. You make a right, and you're like, wow, this is beautiful.
And you're by Imperial. You're over
right,
by
and then you
Imperial,
make
like-
another right,
Yeah.
and then you make a left,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
and it gets pretty ugly.
boys in the hood are always hard.
But I'm by where all the motor homes are at. Like the homeless people that have a motor home, they all park it.
Now, is that homeless? Just because it's not an address.
I think it is considered.
They got a roof
homeless.
over their head, they got a bathroom, they got a kitchen, they got a bedroom.
I don't know. What do you
Van
think,
life.
Solomon?
Hashtag van life.
Do you think it's considered homeless?
I think it depends on if the tires are inflated or not.
Oh,
Good point. If
That
you
is
can move
a
it
very
around.
good point. That is a very
Reminds
good
me of
point.
an old Stephen
Fury.
Wright. Stephen
Oh, I
Wright
thought
had a
it was Fury.
bit where he was like, he said, I got home the other day and I actually put my car keys in the front door and my house started up. And he's like, so I went for a drive.
Oh, because
Then he said, got pulled over by the cops and they said, where do you live? I said, right here.
That's funny.
He
That's
didn't
funny.
laugh though. Are you one of those guys that doesn't laugh at a joke? You just kind of go,
I don't.
"That's-
You know what?
That's funny.
You know what's about me and 100% serious? I don't laugh when I go see.
That's
comedy.
sad. You know that when you
I
laugh,
don't
you
laugh.
add years to your life?
I know, but I don't laugh when I go see comedians.
What do you
Like,
do?
I just like, oh, that's funny.
You don't get joy, like that
No.
heartfelt belly laugh?
I'm not a guy that laughs a lot.
I make you laugh every day.
Oh yeah,
you lying
but
liar.
but like at a comedy club, I'm there to observe.
Oh, you're at school. You're
yeah,
taking a
I'm
class. I got it.
learning. I'm learning. I'm like, oh, that's a good joke. Oh, that's funny. You know,
My question is about the learning: is when are you going to apply it?
When
When
am
are
I
you
gonna
going to
apply the
finally
learning?
fucking
Okay, you
apply
know what?
it and come out of retirement and start doing stand up again?
can I finish my story? Anyways,
Sorry.
so where I live, so my friend's like, hey man, I need you to move out. I'm like, okay, so I live with him. Like I said, I live in this area, but then his dad told me, because I'm also good friends with his dad. His dad was like, you're gonna get there, you're like, this area is ugly. But then when you live in the house, you're like, this is not that bad. And then I realized it's really not that bad.
The house you're in now.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
No, it's got
right
it's
now.
got a good look. It's got that really modern, like
Yeah.
retro
The-
fence thing and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
And
It
then,
just has a long driveway, and then I have to go back and close the door. It's very exhausting.
oh my god, I have to walk 17 feet.
It's a lot of walking.
Because
Because
you're not.
the driveway's all the way. Jason,
What?
let's not talk about.
I've lost weight, dude.
Yes.
Okay.
But hold on,
me tell you-
hold on, wait,
All
hold
right,
on,
okay.
hold on, Jason.
Okay.
Why did you lose weight?
Because I was fat.
But what happened?
I ate too much.
No. What happened that made you want to lose weight again? What happened?
Oh, that isn't what happened.
No, hold on.
What happened was, I put on a flannel that I hadn't worn in over a year.
Oh my!
And I buttoned it up, and the buttons were screaming like, "What the fuck are you doing to us?"
They
right?
weren't screaming. They practically died and came back alive.
And then,
That's how
of
bad
course,
they were. They were
Raul,
pretty
being one of
horrible.
my best friends on the planet, pointed it out and said, "Hey, man, you're looking pretty big in that shirt, bro." Then he took pictures of me. By the way, the entire night I was performing, all I was thinking about was how fat I looked because of him. And then he took pictures of me and then sent it to me, and they looked terrible. I looked giant. So let me tell you about this weekend. Now, all my life, I have an identical twin brother. By the way, very handsome guy. I have an identical twin brother, and most of our lives.
He is my favorite Collins.
Everybody loves him.
All right, cool.
And he's, you know what? Honestly, he's my favorite. But most of our lives, and in our adult lives especially, he has always been bigger than me.
Yeah.
Stronger than me for sure. Like he could lift me up over his head and shit.
Yeah.
But like bigger, heavier.
Yeah.
And for the first time in 20 years, I'm probably a good 15 pounds heavier than him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. When I got back, I'm in Chicago, outside of the city of Chicago, in Chicago, in a smaller little burg called Batavia, Illinois, where the Comedy Vault is. Shout out to the Comedy Vault, great club. And I'm in the Midwest, and boy, am I eating. I'm eating and eating and eating and eating. I'm eating all fried stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing fried mac and cheese bites. I'm doing chicken tenders. I'm doing, dude, it's so good. I'm doing mozzarella sticks. I had a prime rib burger. I got back from, mind you, my comfortable weight is between 195 and 200 pounds. I got back from Batavia, 220 pounds.
No way.
220. I was 220 on Monday.
That's how much you gained?
Yeah, I was 220 pounds on Monday. Today, 215. And let me tell you how I did it. No, my brother told me to do this. No bread. Cut bread out. Be really careful about your bread.
You cut out bread and dairy.
Bread, dairy, and sugar. Sugar is very important.
Any type of sugar.
And I literally went. Then I took what I call a monster shit. Anyways, so yeah, I'm back. But the weekend was great. Here's what I love most about the weekend out there in the Midwest. What we don't have here in Los Angeles is weather. We just don't have weather. We have one season. We have summer and kind of spring.
Yes.
Like right now, we are technically in the fall, and it's 89 degrees. 89 degrees. You gonna keep repeating what I'm saying?
Sure.
Please don't.
Okay, go ahead.
It makes me nervous.
I know it does. That's why I do it.
Oh my God, you could hear you. 89 degrees.
It's 98 degrees.
Out there, it went down to like the low 40s, and I was able to wear a hoodie and a jacket, and I missed it so much. And so then we get on the plane to come home, and I'm dressed for their weather. That's the problem with flying home from there. I'm dressed for their weather, and then I get off the plane, and I feel like I'm in the depths of hell. It's so hot when I got off the plane. It was 90 something degrees when I got off the plane in LA.
I don't.
And I was 220 pounds, which made me hotter. But go ahead.
I don't get this when
there's a lot you don't get. We're gonna work on that though.
When people say, "I miss the seasons," like, do you really miss it being really that cold? Because
yes,
I lived in North Dakota, right?
I know, but I don't. You have to understand. I've been all over the world. I've been to some of the coldest places, bro.
North Dakota is one of the coldest
Canada
places.
in the winter. Holy shite.
Yeah.
Chicago in the winter.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Feels like you're getting
So
slapped
why
in
would
the
you want to
face.
live in that type of weather?
I'm not saying I want to live in it. I'm saying I want to visit it so I can experience it. There are certain times of the year where I don't want to even go to Chicago. The last 3 times I headlined a club in Chicago, the last time was awesome. It was spring and it was amazing.
Yeah.
2 times before that, winter, and it was awful. The wind was so cold and strong, you feel sunburned. Like you feel like you're getting a
I know
sunburn.
because
I
did that in North Dakota.
In where?
In North Dakota.
With an F? Is it North?
North Dakota.
Got it.
North Dakota.
Got it. We got a complaint, by the way, from a listener that I'm making fun of the way you talk too much.
I don't give a crap about that.
Okay, good. Because I'm gonna keep doing it.
It's okay. Let's make fun of everything else.
It's a learning experience for both of us.
What are you trying to teach me how to speak?
No. I'm trying to teach myself how to understand what you're saying.
You speak Yeti, right?
Not Yeti. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I know. I write this. What's up?
Anyway, no. Hold on. We're getting off base. All right. To me, it's simple, right? Because I lived in North Dakota. North Dakota.
You're saying it with your teeth. You know you're saying it with your teeth on your lip.
North Dakota.
Say it with your teeth on your tongue.
North Dakota. Anyways, I lived in where it's real cold, and I lived.
He bailed on North Dakota.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
live where it's real fucking
That's
cold.
it. And I lived in Germany, right? Where
Yeah,
it's
that's
also
cool.
really cold in Germany, right?
I think that's so dope that you lived in Germany.
And it's like so cold, and it's like I hated the cold, man.
And you lived on the side of a mountain, right?
Yeah, no, I lived on top of a mountain. It was like an
Wow.
enchanted forest I swear on everything.
Wow.
It was like a big castle. You know what? Let me tell you about
What
my
was like a big
experience on
castle where you lived?
Like in the corner, there was a castle by my house.
Okay.
An old school castle.
Okay.
Right? Like it was a castle.
Got it.
And and it was crazy because where I lived was on top of a mountain. So basically we had to roll down all the way to the mountain to actually get to the base where I was at.
You rolled down?
No,
Like
basically
you just
in the car.
tucked and rolled
On the car, you had to like
in the car? Got it.
because when you're coming down a mountain like that, you can't hit the gas.
So you guys were on top of the car.
No,
Who was driving?
on the mountain. We're coming down the mountain
And what were you
in a car.
in it? Got it. Just one. I didn't know.
No, you know what
Go.
I'm saying, all right. Anyways, so when you're coming down the mountain, like you can't hit the gas. So you're basically
Obviously.
So you're basically rolling down.
And you're kind of riding the brake?
Yeah, and the thing is, it's funny because I remember once I was rolling and I couldn't control it no more because I got caught in some black ice and I knew I was gonna hit the car. But it
Wait a minute.
but it
Did
was
you just
so
say black guys?
no black ice.
We got caught up by some black guys in Germany.
No, I said black ice and it was rolling and it's one of those like moments where you know you're gonna hit the car.
Shit.
But you're just gonna brace for it because there's
Is it
nothing you can do.
hydroplane and stuff?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You're like, oh, you just like slowly just
Here we go.
tap the car. That's it.
Oh my God.
And I got in an accident. The guy was like, "It's my second one this week."
It's normalized over there.
Yeah, it is.
That's how India was, dude.
No, I'm serious.
were
People
hitting
are like,
Everybody.
people don't care, and you can tell because where I live, because I live with actual German family, so that was pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
And like it's funny because
I bet you guys just couldn't understand anything either one of you were saying.
no, because the way they speak is that they speak with like from the gut, like you can like yell. They like basically yelling all the time. They're like yelling, but they're not
Give me an
even.
example.
I can't really speak like that.
No, do it. I want to hear it. Come on.
I can't speak German, so
I'm
I
not saying
can't
speak German. Like talk how they would talk, but in English.
They'll be like, they'll be like,
Cut. Don't call us. We'll call you.
no,
next.
hold on. I'll be like, what are you doing today? And they'll be like loud.
It's almost like anger, but it's
like
not.
anger, but it's not anger. All right.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, Raul. You can't say shit about people talking too loud. Just so you know.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Get back to that.
Got it.
Put a whatever, like
Whatever.
something on it to come back to that, right? So where I live, right, with this family and everything, and it's like it was so cool because I got to experience German food. I got to experience a lot of good stuff in Germany, and then they had like the castle and the wolves used to come. They used to have like actual wolves, deer. Like,
Who'd you live with?
With my ex-wife when I was married. Yeah, because
Wait.
I was in the military.
Yeah, I know that.
So then when I lived there, and it was great, man. And the thing is, that's the first time I actually tried rabbit.
I thought you were gonna say rapping.
No, that too.
That's the first time I ever tried rapping.
rapping too. Yeah,
Something about
German
Germany
rapping.
Just brought it out of me.
German rappers.
How did rabbit taste? Did it taste good?
Rabbit's good actually.
I'm hunting rabbit.
And let me tell you what's funny about the story is that the day before they invite us over, right? The German couple invites over. They're like, "Hey, come over, guys. You know, we're gonna have a feast." And I was like, "Oh," and they're like, "But like, come right now and like hang out." So we went, and there was a rabbit. So my ex-wife
Ears and all?
petted the rabbit. Yeah, she was petting the rabbit.
Oh wait, it was a live
A
rabbit,
live rabbit.
like a pet rabbit.
Yeah. And she was
Oh,
petting
shit.
it. Hold on.
I already know where this is.
I know. And she was petting it, and she was like, "Oh, this is such a cute rabbit," holding it and everything. And the next day they invite us over, and she's eating the food, and I'm like, "Oh, this is good. What is this?" She's like,
And the rabbit.
"That's the rabbit."
She looks over. Where's the rabbit?
she's like, "Where's the rabbit?"
Oh,
and she's like,
no.
"Oh,
It's in
we're
your
eating the
tummy
rabbit.
now, lady."
We're eating the rabbit. That was the first time I tried rabbit.
Wow.
But Germany, like I said, it was a great time, man. Like
Cold though, huh?
Oh man,
How long did you live there?
I lived there 2 years.
So you got to see how many. How hot does it get there?
It doesn't really get out.
Wow, man, that's amazing.
I would say
So
like
here's the difference between hot and cold. Here in LA, at my house, I bought a house
yes.
that was built in like 1950, and it doesn't have central AC. I'm getting it installed next year. It's gonna happen. But now I just use fans, and I have a little portable air conditioner, but it's miserably hot, and there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas cold, there's all kinds of things
Yeah,
you can
I
do.
know.
I could I have a fireplace.
Yeah.
I have sweaters. I have binkies.
Binkies.
I got binky
Binky.
blanket. I have 2 French bulldogs that I can cuddle up with. So it's
One's a whore.
It's cozy. One's what?
One's a whore.
Are you calling Bella a whore?
You said she was a hoe.
She had a lot of fucking kids. But so that's why I prefer cold over hot.
But to visit, but not to live there.
To visit.
But not
Right.
to live
Also, but only to visit at certain times of the year, because when it's super, super like rained in or snowed, I don't want to visit.
there. Because I'm pretty sure on November 10th for your special.
November when?
November 10th.
10th.
Yes. Yes,
November 10th.
For your special, it'll probably be cold in Nashville, right?
November is not too bad.
No? Okay.
No, it's going to be chilly, but it's
Okay.
not going to be like
Sweater weather.
holy shit. Yeah.
Sweater weather.
Good plug, by the way.
Nice.
Good
Got you,
fucking
buddy.
plug, dude. Give a shit.
Got you.
But like my buddy Brent Moore, and our buddy Brent Moore, for
Yes.
example,
Yes.
he's from the Northeast. He's from Connecticut.
Yes.
And he said to himself, I never want to scrape ice off of my windshield ever again. And he hasn't had to.
I did that a lot. And the thing is that before we had the old cars, so what we had to do is that we had to use a lighter to unfreeze the keyhole because the keyhole freezes.
That's how fun in Dakota?
Yeah. You have to
In North Dakota.
and Germany. You have
Is
to.
it just as cold in South Dakota?
I've never been to South Dakota.
It's just south of North Dakota.
Yeah, but I didn't want to go there. Do you know why? Because I hated North Dakota. North Dakota had one mall, and it was a strip mall, and it was an hour and a half away in Bismarck because I was in Grand Forks, which is supposedly a big town, pretty small too. And then the big mall, the big place to hang out is Bismarck, and it's like an hour and a half away, and it's like horrible.
He's judging it by their mall. So let me guess. Germany had a bunch of really cool
Oh,
malls.
Germany was dope, man. Germany was, man. I had the best Chinese food ever in Germany.
What?
Yeah.
I had the best Chinese food in Long Beach.
No, in Germany. It's called Bomintang Restaurant.
Did you learn any German while you were
Yes, I can curse you out in
there? Let
German.
me hear it.
Licken my Schweißig.
Is that suck my dick?
Yeah, suck my
Of course
dick.
it is.
Yeah.
I heard the word lick. Doesn't take a detective. What else?
pretty
Can you do
obvious.
anything else other than swear words? Can you,
Ga-
what's a greeting? Hello, how are
Oh,
you?
goody. Guten Tag.
Oh.
Guten Tag. Good morning.
I'm picturing you in Germany. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Oh, yeah, Sasquatch, guten Tag.
And that's how they yell. Guten Tag. They just yell.
What about goodbye? What's goodbye?
Tschüss.
No. I'm not saying. You just said shoes.
It's tschüss.
Juice?
Tschüss.
That's what you call my,
No, tschüss. Tschüss.
like.
No,
I have
those are shoes.
two
You
pairs of shoes on right now.
cabron.
It's juice, really?
Yeah, tschüss.
Juice.
Tschüss. Bye. Tschüss. Yeah.
Now, how do you, the rabbit meal that they made you?
I don't remember that.
You were there for 2 years, man.
I have bad memory.
I know you do.
I know,
It's not your fault.
but I was there, but I was also in Iraq during that time. So I did.
Oh, you would go back and forth?
No, I had to go 6 months to Iraq. So I was stationed in Germany for 2 years, but then they sent me 6 months to Iraq.
God damn, what like a change from the hill, from the freaking, from
man.
Excalibur and the
No, bro.
Enchanted Forest.
To the desert.
To
And do you
the-
want to know how cold it is? It's cold, like
In the desert.
hold on, but it's not like ice cold. Like I think I felt colder there than I did when I was in North Dakota.
Really?
When we first landed in Iraq, we landed in Kuwait, and I remember because
I've been to Kuwait.
it was like really really dark, and it was like 4 because when you land, you have to land at a certain time. When you're going in those areas, you can't land early in the morning. You can't land when people are up. You have to land like you're hiding in there, like you're basically because they can shoot you from anywhere.
That's crazy. that you went through
From
that.
anywhere.
By the way, thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure we thank him for his service.
So we landed around, it was like 3 o'clock. I don't know, something like around 3. And then I remember it was so cold because it was windy. It was windy, but
What month was that?
It was like, I went in May.
Oof. I've been to the Middle East twice, both
Yeah.
times. Well, no, one time.
Yeah.
One time was in October and it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad at all.
No, but it
First
was,
time I went
yeah.
was from June to August.
Yeah.
And
But it
was
But it was
too
like
hot.
it was like horribly cold, and I was like, man, this sucks, man. I was like, and then you have all kinds of layers on, and it just wouldn't help you, man. So
Oh man, miserable. This is a really good ad to join the military.
there's nothing wrong. You know what? I have people like I encourage my nephew to join the military because I'm like,
You son of a bitch.
if you have nothing to do with your life, like
True.
literally, if you have nothing to do with your life, serve your country, get paid, and then when you get out, they pay for your education and you can get a house.
All right. Did they pay for your education?
Yes.
Oh boy, did you get a receipt? I'm totally kidding. I'm sorry. That was very disrespectful to our army.
You know what?
Forces. Where did you go to school?
I went to school at Cal State. I went through like 4 different schools.
How many?
4 different schools. 4 different schools.
This is a children's program all this time.
I went to Cal State LA. I went to
What LA?
Arizona State University,
Okay.
ASU. I went to Glendale Community College, and I went to Cerritos Community College.
After you left the university.
No, after I left the military, I went to
What was the first one?
my first college. I went to college in Cerritos when I graduated high school.
Okay.
Cerritos College in Cerritos.
No, I'm not
California.
talking about that. The part of it that the military paid for.
The military. Oh, let me tell you what happened.
No, but those are the two universities.
But the military didn't pay. But I'll tell you what happened now, right?
Okay.
So the military basically, I had 6 months to get out, right? And there was this sergeant that didn't like me, right?
Okay.
So
How can you not like you? Bro, if you meet this guy, the sweetest, nicest dude on the fucking planet, how does somebody not like you?
because I used to have a bad attitude, like I used
Well,
to
you're still a piece of shit. But like,
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What makes you a piece of good shit? Anyways,
oh my god,
So
that's my next special. After this special, my next special, piece of good shit. Go
good
ahead.
piece of good. Anyways, what the fuck? So we're sitting there, right? And then the guy, I
I
remember
love when
his name.
Latinos start with the story with, okay, we're sitting there,
His
right?
his name is Sergeant LeQuay, because I will always remember him. And he had one of those dorky haircuts, like this. Like he would come into the side, and he was like a big old dork, right? And like he didn't like me.
It's kind of judgy of you, but go ahead.
He was a dork.
All right. He didn't like you?
He didn't like
What do you think his reason was for
his
that?
reason. What he's saying, I thought he was racist. That's just my opinion. And there was a lot of them in our time. And you know what? And you're seeing that more and more because they're actually they want to come out as racist. Before they would hide it more than they do now. Right now, people are like, "Oh, it's okay to be racist."
Who
You know?
said that?
No. I'm just saying, like,
Oh.
in their mind, they're thinking that.
Oh, yeah.
Because
They're- I got it.
back then they would hide it. They're like, oh, nobody, especially in the military, right?
Right.
And right now you have all
They
these.
feel empowered. They
Yeah.
feel more empowered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Makes sense.
right now you have all these like government employees that don't care no more. They're like, oh, it's
So what
okay.
happened? He didn't like you because you're a brown man.
Yeah, I thought that, right? But I did have an attitude. But the thing is that what happened is that they caught me. First of all, they said that I was sleeping on post, which I never
Which
did.
I could 100% see that. But
No, but I wasn't, right? This is what happened, right? I had my gun and everything, and it was after a 15-hour work.
Falling asleep with a gun. Got it.
No, hold on. A 15-hour work day, right?
Okay.
It was a 15-hour work day, and you have all this gear on, and it's cold.
Mhm.
So you're drinking a lot of Monsters. You're like just trying to stay up because it's cold. So you're like,
Were you like on watch or something?
on watch, yeah.
Okay.
And then I went like this, and the sergeant came from behind and grabbed my gun and said,
When you said you went
I was
like this
asleep.
for our listeners, he put his head back like you were
yeah, head
stretching-
back,
stretching your neck.
yeah,
or something.
stretching my neck out, and then he
Right.
said I had my eyes closed, which I didn't.
Anybody that stretches with their eyes wide open is a fucking psycho. Of
No,
course
when
you're
they
gonna
go
have
like
your
this.
eyes closed when
I
you're
know,
stretching.
but the thing is that
Imagine that if you see somebody just go, instead they're just going,
he said I was sleeping,
nah, you were stretching.
but like he said I was sleeping.
Oh, he was fine. He found his opportunity.
yeah.
That happened, yeah.
So then he got me for that, right? And then
Hold on, we're gonna boo him. Okay, go.
And then after that, I got sad because what they do is that they put you in like a tango flight. That means that you're
Tangle or tango?
tango.
What is that? Because tango is the word for the letter T, right?
Yeah, tango. So basically, tango means that you're in between. Like you might go back to your squad,
Or go home.
or they're gonna kick you out. So they put me on that because they were investigating. They're like, okay, so we're gonna see what's going on. So then
I'm
after
stretching your fucking neck.
yeah, no,
A-holes.
supposedly sleeping, right?
Mhm.
And then I was like, and the people that you thought had your back, like your sergeants, like that were in charge of you, didn't even.
So let me ask you this: did he walk up and like act like he was waking you up?
No,
You go, wake up.
He just
Private?
grabbed my gun.
Were you a private or what were you?
I was a airman.
Airman. Oh, you were in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
got everybody. I always have to tell you, it's not Army. It's Air Force, right? So, anyways, so he grabbed my gun and then they arrested
ask you
me.
this.
They
Were you wearing
they
green?
arrested
Were
me.
you wearing green?
Yes.
That's why we get confused. Us non-military people.
They arrested me.
For why? Well, okay. Did they just roll up on you while you were stretching?
Yes. And he said I was sleeping.
All right. Wait a minute. How long was the stretch?
It wasn't that long. I went like this, and the next thing you know, he grabbed my gun. I saw him,
Now,
and he's like,
during the stretch, were you snoring?
No.
Okay. So you weren't going like this?
No.
And then you went, bro, stretching.
No. But it's funny because the sergeant, when I was in Iraq, I saw him sleeping. It was a sergeant. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just resting my eyeballs.
So why didn't you say that?
Because it was a sergeant.
What did you say? Did you have
You
an
got to
excuse?
understand about the military, man.
I don't really have to, but go ahead.
No, hold on. Do you want to understand
I would
about
like
the military?
to, yeah.
Okay. The military is this, bro. It's based on rank, all right? So
No, wait a minute.
let me
slow
finish.
down.
Hold on. No. Hold on. I'm going to explain what I'm talking about before you think it's dumb, right?
I don't
what I'm
think
about
it's
to say.
dumb.
All right.
You're talking. Okay, go ahead.
It's basically rank, right? And the thing is that they believe them more than they believe you because you're
Oh,
just
they're going to take the word of a higher rank
yes,
soldier
besides
than
but
a grunt like you. Got it.
But I think that's in anything, right?
Your airman, is that the same like thing as like a PFC?
Yeah, like a PFC
Okay,
one
got
and all
it,
that.
got it.
So anyway,
Private first class, by the way. I
Yeah.
hope you guys didn't.
anyways, so then he took my gun. He arrested me. He actually put handcuffs on me,
Mhm.
which is the first time I've been in handcuffs. I know it's Mexican, but yes, it's the first time I've been in handcuffs.
I didn't say it. He
But
said
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
I was
know
thinking, oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
wonderful man is
Yeah.
Me too.
for stretching his neck for 30 minutes.
So he puts
While
handcuffs
snoring.
on me. He takes me out in front of everybody, embarrasses me, and then they put me what is called tango flight, which is where they put everybody that's in they don't know what they're gonna do, so they call it tango.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Wait, that's what? They don't know what they're gonna do, so they call it tango. There's got to be a way better explanation. Than
I know, but I don't have time, man, and I don't remember it.
Or
Anyways.
you got it.
Okay, so it's called tango
Just
flight.
be honest, you don't remember.
Oh,
I mean, it's been years since you've been in the military. Though,
like
yeah.
16 years.
Yeah, I don't
17
blame
years.
you. Go ahead.
So it's called tango flight, right? So they're like
Sounds like you're saying tangle. Like
tango,
hair.
tango,
Okay, like tango and cash.
TANGO,
Yeah.
right? So they put you on tango flight, and they're like, "Hey, okay, you're not gonna have your gun." So they basically strip you of like everything,
All the way down to your like skivvies
and they make you like clean stuff. You're cleaning stuff. You're like
with a
basically-
toothbrush on your hands and knees, like in Full Metal
no,
Jacket.
dude, that's not Full
Okay,
Metal Jacket.
just checking.
Anyways, so they make you do all that stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then they're like, "Okay, we still don't know what we're gonna do." And they're like, "I'm like, how long is this gonna take?" They're like, "Oh, we're still investigating." So when they finally found out, they're like, "Yes, you were sleeping. The sergeant said this, And
They just took his word over.
yeah,
yours.
they took his word, and they stripped my stripe, which is $300 less money, and then they basically
Whoa.
said that we're gonna kick you out. But during that whole time, they had caught me because I didn't shave, because I was sad, I was depressed, and I didn't shave, and I was in uniform, and it was after work hours. But one of my sergeants, who was a dick,
Oh,
So
it had nothing to do with you not following the rules.
no. But I'm after work,
Oh, okay.
Work's over, but they still said
Did you lie and say my hair grows this fast?
it does really. Anyways, so then they were like, "Oh, that's the second thing," and then they kicked me out.
So what would that be called?
That's dereliction of duty.
No, like is it discharged? Like is it?
It's called general honorable conditions. Basically, general honorable.
It's not a dishonorable
No. Dishonorable is drugs or like
murder.
illegal. Yeah, something illegal. But like general honorable basically means you fail to adapt to military standards.
And they
Basically,
still pay your ass.
you sucked at this. No, they paid me because I got hurt. And then,
Right. That's
and-
still under investigation, though, right?
No, it's not under investigation. What are you talking about?
So it's a done deal.
I'm done with that.
So how'd you get hurt?
I crashed.
Like mentally?
Well, always. Anyways,
Mentally though, for real? Like, what do you mean you crashed?
it was a Humvee accident. But the thing is that I was telling somebody because they're asking about it. I was like, I don't remember what happened. And I didn't want to read up on it.
So you legit had a head injury because you don't
Yeah.
remember. I mean, that explains. Oh God.
I don't remember, but I don't remember. I didn't want to read about it. He had it, and I was
Fuck.
like,
it.
no.
Why even read about it? Why read?
That's what I'm saying.
Let
So
it be
I
the
was just
past.
like, so then that's what happened. But the thing is that, all right, so let's talk about the whole school thing. So then what happens is that when you're general under honorable conditions, I was 6 months before I got out, and then I would have had college paid for, right?
Right.
And then they're like, oh,
Wait. They discharged you 6 months before you were done?
before I was done.
Shitty. So shitty.
And they took away my college money.
So shitty.
So it's but guess what? But wait, it gets good now.
Then I robbed the bank.
And you're not gonna get caught. Anyways, so then what happened is that I got disabled 100% by the military, right?
Oh, cool.
All right. So then when the military disabled me 100%, they took away my school loans because I still went to school.
So you got forgiven the loans
for like
Wow.
for like $65,000.
And there's a silver lining.
So that's why everything happens. And plus, if I would have never gone through everything I went through, I would have never met you, of course, and then I would have never done comedy. So everything happens for a reason.
You do comedy?
Yeah. I don't get mad
I'm just trying to think.
at my past. Jason's always has this running joke on me that I don't do any comedy, and it's okay.
He's been a very busy boy lately.
Yeah.
And I just give him a really hard time, and doesn't like it, but I enjoy it thoroughly. So I'm just going to keep doing it.
Remember,
If any of you out there want to
remember, Jason enjoys questions. So if anybody has any questions, ask
Bro,
him whatever you want.
Okay. Me and Raul, I'm always giving him a hard time because he asks me questions that are easily answered on his own. You can easily answer them on your own.
But I like to hear
Ask
your
your
voice.
Uncle Google.
But I like to hear
But
your voice.
I know you do have a beautiful voice. But like you'll do like weird follow-up questions.
Yes. Do you know why I do that?
No, I really don't.
Because it pisses you off.
No way.
I
That's why
swear.
you do it?
Mhm.
Now I'm not going to get angry. You know, what do I do when you ask me questions on the phone? I give you the silent treatment. So he'll call me and he'll be like, "Hey, bro." Like,
Hey, bro. Like that.
that's my
I
really
sound-
bad Raul impression. Hey,
I sound
bro,
like a gangster all
are
the
you
time,
going-
right? That's how I sound.
Did you go
like
to the
that.
comedy store last night?
Who was there?
And I'm like, yeah.
Did you talk to the door guy?
How was your set? Which is a
Yeah.
legitimate answer. Legitimate question.
Yeah.
That's great. Did everybody else like it? Then that's the question that I'm like, huh?
Hey.
I don't know everybody.
But do
else.
I tell you, I hope you don't suck? Don't suck?
Nope.
Do I tell you that?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right.
All right. There's a specific person he's talking about. Our friend Hans Hilton.
Haunted.
And he will watch and listen to this. Every time I post about a show that I'm doing or I get off stage, his running joke, by the way, which is hundreds upon hundreds of people's running joke, is he goes, "Well, you didn't suck."
Which is horrible.
One time is fine. It's all the times after that.
Have you sucked?
100%.
When you first started, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, you mean a stand-up?
Yeah.
Never sucked. I'm just kidding. I was a beginner at one point. Then I figured it the fuck out.
Figured it the fuck out.
When is your next show, sir?
We'll be in Merced.
When's your next show?
Oh, man.
Hey, man. When's your next show?
Merced on November 19th with Jason Collins at Trevino's restaurant.
And when is that?
November 19th.
That's in a month.
Other stuff will come up, man. It's okay.
Interesting. So this weekend I'll be performing. I guess we'll just stick with me, I guess. So nothing this weekend?
Nope.
No. Did you send in avails though? You didn't. You didn't. That's
I'm not
why
as good as you.
You got to
send
reach
avails.
out. Got to reach out to the
No,
people.
but I'm not as good as
New
you.
comics. Reach
They
out.
don't ask for
Get
my
out there.
avails. They
Get on
don't
stage.
ask for my avails.
So you're gonna wait around for them to ask?
No, because
You gotta tell them your avails.
you're passed in every comedy place.
True.
Are we just gonna do noises all day? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Denied.
Can I talk about
Nope.
my traumatic exit from the military? No,
You finished it. I thought we
no,
got
hold on. But let me tell you something that was actually pretty cool, but it was sad because they make you think about it for 18 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then when they kick you out, do you know what the military does? They don't even buy you a plane ticket. They buy you a bus ticket home. So you're basically
Wait a minute. What if you're overseas?
You can't be overseas.
Oh,
You'll get kicked out. They'll
Really?
bring you home and then they'll send you home.
Oh, they fool you into going home. Hey, you got to go home.
Yeah.
We have a huge surprise. You're gonna love this. Then you get there. They're like, psych.
They give you
the fuck out.
They
Is that
basically
the-
give you a bus ticket.
Oh, okay.
And this is what they did, right? They pick he's like, okay, you're going home, you're kicked out. Grab your stuff. Leave your military stuff.
Oh.
Grab everything else. So you grab your stuff and they're like, here you go. Here's your bus ticket. Go home.
They pushed you onto the bus.
And I took a bus all the way from North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Went through Missouri,
NORF Dakota.
the Show Me State. Went through all these states.
What's the Show Me state?
That's Missouri.
Did we talk about him knowing all the capitals?
I don't believe so.
We didn't? Wait, did we talk about that on the
after
podcast?
this? Yes.
A
But
few.
after this.
He's Rain Man. I love him so much.
But after
he
this,
knows
hold on.
All 50 states capitals.
Can I
Go
finish
ahead.
my
Yes,
story?
go ahead.
Okay. So then you take a bus all the way down.
Of course, you take a bus all the way down.
And what sucks is that you're 18 hours and they have you thinking about basically what the fuck just has happened.
The saddest bus ride home.
That's right ever, man.
The most self-loathing bus.
And I've been on the bus.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And I've been on a bus, a fucking Greyhound bus. You know, a Greyhound bus is the homeless travel. That's how the homeless travel, like on Greyhound. And I've been on a Greyhound bus before. This was just sadder than that, man. And they were nice buses, but it was just sad because they sent me home on a bus.
Sorry. Wife just called, had to let her know we're recording.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. You know what that's about. Oh, wait.
Shout out to your wife.
Shout out. Elaine Collins. Oh, wait.
Okay, so then now we're going to talk about this whole states thing, right?
Okay, so Raul doesn't know his ass from his elbow, but I'm just kidding. He's a very smart guy, but there are certain things that he just cannot remember, and it's because of I now have more understanding about it. You had a head injury.
Yes.
There's some memory issues.
Yeah.
However, Rain Man over here
knows all my
name a state. Here we go. Louisiana.
Baton Rouge.
Boom. Montana.
Helena.
Damn. Rhode Island.
Providence.
Maryland.
Annapolis.
Speak up a little bit.
Annapolis.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. Bismarck.
South Dakota.
Pierre.
Shit. Idaho.
Boise.
Ohio.
Columbus.
Man. See that? Colorado.
Colorado. Denver.
It's not Boulder?
No, it's Denver.
Denver. New Mexico.
New Mexico. Albuquerque.
It's not Santa Fe?
No, it's
See,
Albuquerque.
I'm testing you. How about, let's see. Did I say Maryland?
Yeah, Annapolis.
West Virginia?
Virginia. That's the one I didn't know last time.
I know.
Harrisburg.
Harrisburg. Is there an East Virginia?
There should be because West Virginia is garbage.
New York.
Albany.
Jersey.
Trenton.
Connecticut.
Hartford.
New Hampshire.
Concord.
Isn't that crazy?
But do you know one story how I know them?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was in the 5th grade,
That's a long time ago, by
a
the way.
long time ago, when I was in the 5th grade, I was just starting the 5th grade, right?
Clear your throat. Go like this. There you go, gargles.
And there was 3 kids that failed,
Mm-hmm.
that were held back.
And
I
you
always
were
remember that, right?
one of them.
And no.
Oh, okay.
In the 5th grade. They should have been in the 6th, but they got held back, right? And I asked them, I was like, what you guys, what's going on? They're like, oh, we didn't pass the states and capitals test.
That's why they held him back.
Yeah. I don't know what
I
happened.
should still be in kindergarten.
Yeah, but well, in the 5th grade,
Got
it's something you have to know, right? So then I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I got to pass this test. And I was like, I was so scared. I studied for like 3 days. I don't remember, but I studied a long time. And I was like, what I did is I put the letters
Oregon.
together. Salem. I put the letters together. What I do is I put the first letter.
Washington State.
Washington?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Seattle. It is Seattle.
Wyoming.
Cheyenne.
Jesus, keep going.
Okay. So I put
Tennessee.
Tennessee, Nashville.
By the way, where are we going to be?
Nashville, Tennessee, November 10th for
Shoot,
Jason
special.
Collins is special.
Jason Collins is special.
Jason Collins, he's special.
Got him, man.
I'm not saying he's special. I'm saying he's special.
Go
Anyways, so then and then they're like, you gotta learn states capitals. And what I did is I put the first letter of each thing together, and that's how I learned them.
That's genius. There's a number system. I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where there's like
I'm pretty sure Solomon
a
does
certain. There's this pattern of numbers. Something.
Yeah.
And each number represents how many states start
Yeah.
with this letter.
Yeah.
There are this many states that start with the
Yeah.
letter C. There are
Yeah.
this many, and when you memorize that, then it's the whole thing.
When I have to learn something, that's what I do. Even in college, when I was in college, I used to do that. I used to be like, okay, I have to learn all this. So I'm like, I'm going to shorten it up and just learn each letter.
You make shortcuts.
Yeah. You have to make shortcuts. So
Got
I
it.
agree
Hey,
with that.
by the way, Washington State is Olympia.
It is
Seattle.
Olympia. Sorry, I did mess
There
up
you
on
What
that.
did you say it was?
Seattle, but it is Olympia.
Olympia.
You are right about that. Sorry about that.
But you looked it up.
Of course I did.
Yeah, you
What's
cheater.
the point of having a computer if I don't use it?
Ask me another one then if you want, so I can make up for that one.
Florida.
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Did you think that it
Arkansas.
wasn't it? Is that why you checked? Or
Yeah, because Seattle, that just sounds
Yeah, I know.
too popular.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
it
You know
sounds
what I
too
mean?
easy. It's like
Yeah.
it's like Los Angeles is the
Yeah.
capital of California.
Yeah.
Right.
Little Rock.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock.
Alabama.
Montgomery.
Nice.
I know.
You're a genius, bro.
And I know Montgomery from the actually Martin Luther King. That's how I remember it. It was
He told
Montgomery,
you?
Alabama.
Wait a
No,
minute.
from the
How did you? When is it?
from the
What did you call me?
from the history book.
Got it.
That's how I learned Alabama.
That was singular. The history book.
The history book. Books.
When you go to school, kids,
You only
there's
have
gonna
one
be this
history
one
book.
book, giant,
Oh yeah, that's how
called
it
the
is.
history book.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah. Well,
Do you remember
there's
the
several
old
encyclopedias?
But do you remember the old encyclopedias?
The Britannicas?
Oh my god.
yes, I remember.
Did they go to your house and actually sell it?
We had door-to-door salesmen.
They went to my house and they sold it, and my dad couldn't even he didn't even
Did he buy
understand English. Yeah, he bought it because we were like, oh, we're probably gonna need it. You know?
Did he memorize those like you did the Bible?
No.
Okay.
You know what, Jason?
What?
Leave
Your
my
dad's a genius.
father and his Catholic gifts out of this, all right?
Father's special. Speaking of specials,
Yeah,
hey, I'm shooting mine.
yeah.
You know why they call it? I don't want to call it a special, but that's the only thing that people relate to. And I realized where that came from. Why stand-up comedy shows that are televised or on television, they're calling them a special. First of all, most of them aren't that special. But I realized what it is. The very first comedy special on HBO was Robert Klein. I think I may have talked about this. Did I? Right.
Did he talk about this?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Robert Klein was and what they called it was an HBO special presentation, Robert Klein. That's where they coined the
The
word.
special.
I think. My opinion is that where they coined it special. Because people say an original Netflix comedy, like, I don't know, because they're not special anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of
Jason,
them. There's so many of them.
yours is special.
Mine's going to be
me.
special. Yeah, to you. I'm the headliner in your heart. I get it. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us here. What are we on, episode 4?
Episode 4, yes.
Yeah.
We are rolling along, baby.
is
Rolling
episode
along.
Hopefully
keep
I don't
joining
get
us.
sick anymore. Hopefully I don't get sick
Yeah,
anymore.
hopefully,
Thank
well,
God.
hopefully some other stuff too, but we won't talk about it on the air.
Oh,
But thanks for joining us here on Jaybird on the Squatch. Please make sure you rate and review at Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Spotify, wherever it is that you listen to us. If you want to watch us on YouTube, go to Jaybird and the Squatch at YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know what's coming at you. And of course, jbatspod.com for everything. Right?
Yeah, it's also very important that you like actually subscribe to it. You know, that you actually subscribe to it. If you do like it, make sure you actually subscribe to it. You know,
Say it one more time.
subscribe,
Got it.
subscribe,
Because
subscribe.
you've said it so many fucking times. No, he's right. When you do subscribe, subscribers help us. It helps with the algorithms. When you like it, also that stuff. When you leave
Yes.
comments, even though they're going to be shitty, and I won't read them, but just do all that stuff, right?
Yes,
Did you
Jason.
have fun? Did we make it?
Jason, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
this camera?
Yes,
The one
I
with the
see
light?
camera.
No,
Yeah, I
not
see
the screen.
camera.
The thing. Say
Yes.
goodbye, Raul.
Goodbye, Raul.
Love you, man.